Thank you for having me. Thank you for the introduction. As you said, this is Decathlon. You all know it's the sports company, sports retailer, but also manufacturer. If we talk about a worldwide company, both retailer and manufacturer in 72 countries, there's no other company that has that. So we don't have, in a sense, a direct competitor, a twin, a Decathlon 2, but there are competitors, of course, on the manufacturing part, on the retailing part, and both together in some countries as well, but not worldwide, so to say. So let's talk about AI for industry. That's the reason we are all here, right? I will cover briefly what is data value chain, the digital unit that I lead at Decathlon, what are our key objectives, and a flavor of some AI initiatives specifically for industry. So data value chain, I mean, this is a term, I'm 1 year in Decathlon already, and it's a term that we use there instead of supply chain, which is the normal term around. Well, I really like it because it highlights what we bring to our customers with the supply chain. It's not just supply, it's value.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you so much. Apologies.
Yeah, sorry. No, it was my fault. It's something that we have to deliver value to the customers in terms of availability, adaptiveness, quality, respect of the promise in terms of delivery and so on. And that's why we call it the value chain. Value chain in Decathlon is including industry, production, the entire end-to-end supply chain, and logistics, transport, warehouses, and all that stuff. So let me talk about how we are organized in Decathlon in digital units, 4 digital units and 7 domains. One of them is value chain. It's a small box there, but in real, it's the biggest one. They call it the colleagues call it the XXL domain. It's 40% of the total headcount of the digital organization at Decathlon. So because of this very large scope, is that we have this size, around 600 engineers, 150 product managers. And then the data side, this is product side, engineering, data, 140 data scientists, BI engineers, analytics engineers, and so on. So what we do in Decathlon is instead of having the traditional digital business, we are organizing what we call 4 in a box. So we have the 4 VPs of business, engineering, product, and data. And then we decide together the strategy, the roadmap, budget, and all that stuff. My part on this is the representative of data for this 4 in a box in Decathlon. So, and it's very interesting role, so to say, because it touches all the company. All across the company, we have collaborations in some cases. In some cases, we are consuming data or using solutions that are delivered from our colleagues in other divisions. In some cases, we deliver, many of them, we deliver solutions for finance, for in-store, for e-com, and so on. And in some cases, we join forces to collaborate and deliver solutions for the company. So what are the objectives of our strategy on AI for industry and in general AI at Decathlon? I could mention many, but I wanted in this talk to focus in 3 of them. The first one, of course, we are a sport company. I said it at the beginning, right? We serve our customers providing the best sport experience, products, and so on. And the customer is becoming more and more demanding. We talk about that, right? They expect customization, they expect adaptability, delivery time. We can think that 5 years ago, you could deliver in a week or 4 or 5 days was acceptable. But now it's not acceptable anymore. I've been in a trip recently to China, India, South Asia. In all these in the big cities in these countries, the competition of delivery time is in terms of hours. For instance, Decathlon in Singapore delivers in 2 hours e-com orders. And in India, it's around 4 to 6 hours in big cities. We are not there in all the cities in Europe. But think about the competition that means. The customer in the past considered a great service, and now it's a must-have. It's something that they take for granted that you will provide. That's why we are making a big effort to provide solutions in forecasting, assortment, inventory placement, and so on. I will give some flavor on this. Second point is innovation. Of course, this is a big data scientist team. We are on delivery. We have to deliver solution for our internal clients. But there's no data science, without R&D. And this is the reason that we are trying to balance the time of delivery with retraining our teammates, organize AI hackathons, engage with the universities. We are doing this here in France. We are doing recently in Singapore as well. It's very high-rank universities to pollinize with their skills with our teammates. And then the final point is, this is a very well-known approach of AI plus human expertise. And this, believe me, this helps a lot to onboard the business teams. Because business teams, you come with an AI proposal, they say, well, careful, positions will be replaced, I don't understand this technology, or I cannot control. I don't have handles or knobs to change the results. And I don't know the why, right? We say, for instance, the forecast of demand next month will be 15% higher. Why? So the black box, non-explainable nature of AI, of course, is a blocker to roll out and to have a successful deployment of our solution. That's why we are making a big effort on this to bring explainability. We know it's black box. We are trying to make it a gray box, so to say. I mean, it cannot be white, but at least a window that you can look inside and have some hints on the drivers of the decision on the AI engine. And key point is to change the process so that we can onboard the people in industry, in industrial processes, in supply, with this approach, so that they can spend their time in strategic decisions instead of the spreadsheets that we know in every company there are a lot, and they do their own calculations that can be done automatically or semi-automatically. So, of course, this is a journey. This cannot be done in a couple of weeks. What we are doing now from 2020 is having some machine learning solutions, but there's a lot of human gestures in the planners. We have a lot of different names for planners, right? A retail supplier, availability leader, in the industry, strategic buyers. There's so many roles, and all these people introduce their knowledge in the system with the aim, of course, of making better, but it takes a lot of time. The idea is advanced, so more automated, more AI-driven, and less human gesture. And now, very briefly, some ideas on what we are working on: forecasting, cold start, traceability, cost estimation, sustainability, and supply risk management. So just to mention, on forecasting, we are doing a big effort. There's more than 40 people that I have in my team working on this, delivering solutions for supply zone forecast, demand forecast, capacity, e-com forecast, at store, at continental and regional warehouses, and of course, number of packages, number of orders, return rates. There's a lot of things to be forecasted, and this is the starting point of a good planning. That's why I always believe, and I did this in many companies, that building a very strong forecasting framework is the starting point for a successful replenishment, dispatch, and planning as a whole. Another interesting one is called START. 20% of articles in Decathlon are new every year, completely new. There was something similar in the past. We call it cool START. It was not that cold. And then we have cases that even the family is new, so it's absolutely science fiction to predict. But we are delivering a solution for that, as you can see. This is a second case. Traceability is going through all the different RFID of an article across the entire value chain, and we can detect which article failed, for instance, was returned, and we can stop that production line until the problem is addressed. Sustainability, of course, is a big topic for Decathlon. Nowadays, we have a solution for energy consumption, starting from anomaly detection, estimation, prediction, prescription. But we will extend it to water consumption, forest, CO2 print. I mean, all this will be required by European Union Commission. Well, we are in advance of that, implementing with our suppliers and industry. And finally, supplier risk management. We know risk is a topic now. There's a disruption in the supply lines across the world. We don't want to avoid risk. I mean, the risk of avoiding all the risk, we don't need AI to calculate. It's huge. So, of course, we want to manage that risk in terms of identify, score, even using Gen AI to capture from the news and from different sources, and then produce some machine learning embeddings and so on to be able to score. And what's the aim of all this? Well, what we call right shoring. So it's not near shoring or in South Asia, or it could be here in Europe. A mix of all that to balance price, lead times, CO2, and risk. This is just a flavor of different topics. We don't have time for questions, but I'm happy to answer if you approach me after the session. Thank you very much.